Son, you caught a case of the glitches. We're gonna leave you out here in the woods for a couple weeks, see if it clears up. So this week, I put a whole bunch of Japanese Mega CD games up for vote. And the winning game you see in the lower right there is a game called Wonder Dog. I looked on YouTube, I looked on Speedrun.com. Despite the fact that this game is a speed-based platformer, there is no world record time. Nobody speedruns this, ever. There's a couple of tasks, but that's it. So for tonight, I'm going to set the world record speedrun. By default.
All right.
By default, this will be the time to beat for future Wonder Dog time attackers. First of all, you'll notice this is the Japanese release. There's a few differences, which I'll get into soon. This was available shortly after launch for the Sega CD, and many unlucky children happened to get this as one of their first Sega CD games, myself included. For now, though, I'll let the game speak for itself. This is published by everyone's favorite YouTube copyright troll, Victor Entertainment, also known as JVC, and developed by Core Interactive, a studio with a pretty interesting history. That's not right. That's a new record. The game's already fucked up.
Usually
We've been streaming for what, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, this is dubbed into Japanese here, but in the US version, this has English voice acting. Basically, the dude talking here is the ruler of the planet K9, who recently had a son, and now the planet's being invaded by other dogs. I don't know what the deal is there. But yeah, the king's basically here monologuing to himself, you know, like, well, we were completely doomed here, and I'm sending my own son off to planet Earth to live as a regular dog. Because, yeah, life here is about to suck. Oh, the glitches keep... What is happening, Alex? What did you do to my Mega CD?
What did you do to my Mega CD?
Should also note, this is original hardware. This is a US Sega CD with a region switch modded.
We are so good.
Maybe that has something to do with the...
For those who are new to the Retro Pals, this is... We are...
It keeps getting worse.
This happens to us very frequently. We are very glitchy.
We are very glitchy people.
Just in general.
So yeah, he sent out his one son, his only begotten son, shoved him in the bone ship, and dropped him off on glitchy planet Earth. Holy shit, and now the acid's kicked in. Oh my god, Alex. This... I have more than 25 years of experience with this game, and I have never, ever seen anything like this. This is amazing. You know, I would reset, but I really like the way this looks. Let's go ahead and just see the rest of the intro like this. If you want to see the unaltered intro, it's on YouTube. But this is something you can only get on this stream. I'm shocked. I have been playing Sega CD games pretty much constantly since the system first came out, and I've never seen a glitch like this.
Me either.
This owns. I love this.
This rules.
Oh god. Oh, I'm so glad we're capturing this. I am extremely happy. What would even cause this? It loaded up the game, right? It's not really... Oh, sure, the finger is just fine.
Oh.
And Grumpy Dad. But his...
His horrible glitch son.
Son, you caught a case of the glitches. We're gonna leave you out here in the woods for a couple weeks, see if it clears up.
Oh, I'm so glad this is being recorded.
From intro to off the rails in record time, that's Retro Pals.
We love to glitch.
Oh man, this is good. This is primo glitch glitch material. Did it finally freeze? Did it finally give up the ghost? Did it finally realize something was wrong? Let me try pushing the reset button here.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's fine. Alright, let's try that again. Wow, that was amazing.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm so sorry.
Come on, Alex. We got a speedrun world record to set here. We can't...
Okay, we can't keep thinking about Wonder Dog melting in...
Oh my god, really?
Yes. Absolutely, yes. Is it because of the alcohol?
No. This is, Wow. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try and restart the game here. I wonder if the game looks fine, or if it's just the FMV that's messed up.
Yeah.
I may need to hard power off the system. Well, it's mostly not glitchy here. I'm gonna... You know what? I'm still gonna totally restart the system, but I just want to see what the actual game looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
already
have
froze.
literally never seen the Sega CD do this.
I haven't either. This is a new world of terror for me. Alright, give me 30 seconds here. I'm gonna hard power off this system, see if this fixes things.
Okay.
Hey everyone, this is Wonder Dog, a completely glitch-free game for the Sega Mega CD. Okay, it's fine. This isn't... Victor will no longer attempt to sabotage us and attempt to not get this onto YouTube.
Oh, Spinner, you missed the greatest intro of all time.
I glitched the shit out of this game, man.
We broke this game good.
Alright, so Wonder Dog, a very early game for the Sega CD. It was out by holiday of 1992 when it was released here in the States. So a lot of kids who had Sega CDs growing up got this game for Christmas. Try to put yourself in their shoes while I play this. Now, the most important difference between the US and Japanese versions is the controls are right in the Japanese version. You can actually fire and run with the same button. In the US one, it defaults to them being separate buttons, which is a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. Like, just imagine the original Mario if you threw fireballs and ran with different buttons.
Absolutely not.
Here, at least they correct their mistake. And in doing so, they made a horrible nightmare glitch compilation that is very rarely seen.
Oh, God.
Okay, so... Let me catch my breath here. When we start the game, we are going to see a interstitial, and after that fades out, I want you to start the timer.
Got it, Danny.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, once this fades to black, it's time to start. And away we go.
Why?
Alex.
I'm jamming on the... Gosh!
You opened W-Split twice again, didn't you?
No, I opened it once! Welcome to the Retro Pals where nothing will work today. Why? Well, good luck, Danny.
Did you not start it?
I told you, it's not working! I'm pressing all the buttons, screaming and hollering at it, fooling my fingers. I'm gonna restart it and see if that doesn't work.
Unbelievable.
We are having this is the glitchiest time we've ever had. Oh, now it works. Now it works fine.
Okay, good.
Well...
Okay, so this is Wonder Dog, a side-scrolling platformer by Core Design. The people who made this game previously made games such as Chuck Rock 2, and Rick Dangerous 2. Some fairly popular games in their time. This company was formed out of the ashes of Gremlin Interactive, another Amiga-era developer from back then. So this game has a very Amiga look and feel to it, in that you're a sassy animal and you're collecting just stuff.
Good.
That's the basic Amiga credo. You gotta collect stuff.
Yeah, let's just pretend that we have a minute or so on the timer also.
Yeah, just add a minute to whatever that time is, and that's
in
the
your
new
head,
world
everybody.
record. As I mentioned before, there is no speedrun for this game that I know of, so this will be, by default, the world record speedrun. Please beat this. Please take my strats, steal them, make an actual speedrun out of this. I want to see a real speedrun for this game. I think it'd be pretty interesting. So this item here is pretty essential. It reveals all these hidden platforms that are scattered throughout each level. I'm also going to be getting a bunch of 1-ups here. Or trying to. There we go.
Snaps, I think the task of this game is actually like around 12 minutes or so.
Oh yeah, it's very possible to get through this game in like 10 or 12 minutes. There's a couple of tasks, but no real-time speedruns, as far as I know. And much like in the Sonic the Hedgehog games, the top path is generally the faster one, so you're going to want to stay as high as possible while playing this game.
Yes, good strategy anytime you're playing make a CD.
It always helps. Now see here, if I hadn't gotten that item before, these platforms would just be invisible. And there's tons of invisible platforms throughout this game. So if you love that kind of thing, you'll love Wonder Dog. Ideally, I want to find the bonus rooms that have 1-ups. Those little jewels, they're just points, and points in this game are completely pointless. Like, there's a score up there, but there's no high score table, there's no high score saving, you can't enter your name. It's like, why even? Okay, so a lot of the bosses you can just walk right up to them and mash, that's it.
Damn, Danny.
Only a couple bosses work like that, unfortunately. Should also mention Wonder Dog's attack mechanic here, which is basically ripped off wholesale from Sunsoft's Mr. Gimmick. I have no idea why they stole the star mechanic from Mr. Gimmick, but they did, and it works pretty well here. Basically, you just hold down the fire button for a few seconds, and it makes the things arc up like this. So a pretty versatile, but difficult to get used to attack mechanic.
A lot of folks mentioning how, pardon me, Amiga this game is.
It is, yeah. This is Core Design, who basically have an Amiga background. And while this wasn't initially released for the Amiga, it was ported to the Amiga after this Sega CD release. So what this is basically JVC commissioned Core Design to make this game. They said, hey, make us a cool mascot for the Sega CD generation. And Core Design was like, a cool mascot? We do Chuck Rock. What's a cool mascot? But they tried, and this is what they came up with. And I gotta say, even though I didn't like this game as a kid, for reasons I'll go into in a bit, on a second look, I respect this game a lot more. It is a lot better than Chuck Rock. What happened is, this team was pretty talented. It was the same team as Chuck Rock, basically. The art people, the design people, the musician, all of them. It was them, plus a JVC production team in Japan. So I can only imagine that the Chuck Rock people made a pretty basic platformer and then sent it to JVC and they were like, no, this sucks, change it, make it better, make it cooler. And I assume that's why this turned out so much better than Chuck Rock did. Sorry to offend all the Chuck Rock fans out there, by the way.
All of them there. We have no more subscribers, we've lost our deal
We've been disowned.
We've lost our deal with the venture capitalist group. We are, yeah.
Disney's not returning our calls. Alright, I wanted to not get into this before finishing this level, but it's eating away at me. So, my beef with this game,
oh,
right?
God, I love this story.
1992, suddenly my dad really wants a Sega CD, like more so than even I do. I really want one, but he wants it even more. Mostly because it had CD plus G graphics.
Your dad's a nerd.
Yeah, Dad had a huge music CD collection, and it was just bothering him that a lot of these CDs had CD plus G extra bonus graphics, but you needed a specific system to view them. And it just so happened the Sega CD did support CD plus G. So that's what we got when it launched in October of 1992. I was one of the first people in the United States to own a Sega CD. Now, the thing was, we didn't have a lot of money, so I had to make a promise. I was like, look, you're getting the Sega CD, but you're only going to get one game at Christmas. You're not going to get multiple games. So you have to pick this one game and be absolutely sure that you want it. Months pass. We look at magazines at the time. GamePro gives Wonder Dog 5 out of 5 exploding heads. It gets a 98% in Game Fan magazine. Everyone says this is the Sega CD game to own. So of course, that's the one I asked for Christmas, and that's the one I'm stuck with for the first 12 months of owning a Sega CD. I had to play Wonder Dog for a year. Now granted, I don't know if I could have made a better choice than Wonder Dog. Like, what else was out there at the time? Cobra Command? Road Avenger, I guess.
No, you would have loved that.
I would have, but Road Avenger's not the game you play on end every day for 6 months like this game had to be.
Yeah.
And I guess really no game could have filled that niche that I needed, because the Sega CD had a pretty weak launch lineup. I could have gotten Night Trap.
Yes, you could have.
I don't know how that would have worked out. Well, that's the first death of the run.
Well, goodbye, Danny.
I was hoping for this to be deathless. Hopefully this will still be at least a 1cc. If it's not, I really messed up. If it's not, the Sega CD is glitching, and it's the Sega CD's fault.
It's everyone's fault but ours, folks.
So that's the thing. Wonder Dog, an okay game, not necessarily better than what I was used to on the Genesis at the time. This is not Sonic caliber, as much as they hyped it up to be. This is Wonder Dog, you are no Sonic. I know Sonic the Hedgehog, man. We're buddies.
You're best friends with that godforsaken hodgepodge.
Sonic the Hodgepodge. Me and him, we go back. Might as well pick this up. Still, there are good things about this. Soundtrack, actually pretty okay. I like this track here, actually. And the gameplay, though not really great or innovative or anything, it's serviceable. It's alright. You can run around and jump and float. In fact, the floating's actually pretty interesting. You can just turn it off and on at any time while you're in the air.
Yeah, it's like by a button press, right?
Mm-hmm. And you can also speed up while you're in the air and slow down. You have quite a lot of control over your character.
Well, I guess the plot of Wonder Dog is that this dog was sent from his dog planet to Earth to...
It's basically Superman with dogs.
Yeah, and
this is Jor-El here we're controlling.
And I know you couldn't all see the intro because it was cursed by Satan of Glitchtown or whatever, but it really doesn't. The thing is, the minute that kid leaves that dog alone, the entire thing changes, and he just puts on the superhero outfit and just flies away.
Right, I didn't consider that the intro was entirely unviewable to the people who are watching. Okay, so Wonder Dog goes down to planet Earth, and he's just a regular dog. He finds a human kid, but the kid's dad is not too happy about the dog, so he takes the kid away, and we never see them again for the rest of the game. Never heard from. Meanwhile, Wonder Dog heads back to his bone ship and picks up his costume, which lets him become a superpowered dog. And that's the story of Wonder Dog.
Yep.
His planet's sole savior. Can they count on Wonder Dog? I wouldn't. So this game gets a little tough in the later levels, but I picked up a whole bunch of extra lives, so we should hopefully last through the end. Mostly I was just surprised at this game's monstrous performance in this week's poll. Like, why would...
People love Wonder Dog!
There has never been a case where so many people wanted to see Wonder Dog. Not ever.
This is the only time in the history of Earth that everyone has decided, yes, Wonder Dog is key.
At last, he gets his day. The thing was, he was actually designed to be a mascot for JVC.
Wait, for
He
real?
was, yeah.
Huh.
Old Wonder Dog was the face of their Sega CD clone console, the JVC XI.
Oh my god, really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
I think this was actually a pack-in game for that thing, too.
Holy cow.
So JVC obviously had high hopes for Wonder Dog. Hopes that you probably shouldn't pin on the Chuck Rock team. But they did good. They did alright. Of course, Core Design stuck with Sega for many years afterward. They made a whole bunch of exclusive Sega CD games, even when other companies stopped. They also carried forward with support for the Sega Saturn, and in 1997 they released a Saturn game called Tomb Raider, which did pretty well for them.
Oh, heard of that game.
It was so good that Sony bought the exclusive rights for it, and they couldn't make Tomb Raider sequels for Sega consoles anymore. So after all these years, they finally find success on a Sega console, and it's like, nope, sorry, this is too good. We're buying this up. Thanks, Sony. You're why Wonder Dog failed. Also, this game can be pretty fast. It can be speedrun.
People are naming Wonder Dog in the chat.
What names?
Fred.
Fred?
And Jeff.
Okay. I can see him being Fred.
I can see him as a Jeff, too, yeah.
He could be a Jeff. Now, I do like these bosses, but there isn't a boss per stage, so they only show up every couple stages, and they're pretty easily beaten. Password's ankles, everyone. Remember that.
Remember your ankles. Bob Nader in chat mentioning that Tomb Raider 4 was on the Dreamcast.
That's right, yeah. It was just 2 and 3 they had the exclusivity for. So when 4 and 5 came out, they headed to Dreamcast. Still, this was Sega's one chance to have the big thing, and it was stolen away from them. But, you know, it's business. What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do business-wise?
It can't be helped. Things get a little rough here. There's a lot of jagged, broken glass all over the place.
Yeah,
and motorcycle dogs. The rudest dogs. Oh, damn it.
I hate those glass pits because they're hard to see.
They really are, yeah. So for the sake of showing off the game, this won't be an extreme speedrun. I'm not going to constantly be speeding through everything. Just think of this as the basis for your own speedrun, which you should be doing for this game.
Everybody should be speedrunning Wonder Dog. I want to see memes, folks. I want to see t-shirts. I want us to just take over the entire scene.
Just paper your city in Wonder Dog propaganda.
Wheat paste your town with Wonder Dog.
People gotta know. Make bumper stickers that say Wonder Dog would have won.
I hate this glitchy guy.
It's not glitchy anymore, we fixed it. And though I didn't appreciate this game as a kid, I gotta say I appreciate it more now. This does have more variety and is generally... It has more content, I guess you could say, than cartridge-based platformers of the era. But still, for someone looking for something to demonstrate the power of the Sega CD, this is not it. It gives you CD audio, and that's about it. No FMV to speak of.
Well, except for the intro.
Well, the intro, yeah, but you saw how that turned out.
You mean the greatest thing we've ever had on stream?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's Wonder Dog's fellow JVC mascot. I don't know her name, but she's there at the end of the bonus stages.
Thanks.
Now my strat is the safe strat, and that involves throwing a whole bunch of stars in front of you.
Danny, hold the phone. We got breaking news from Bobinator.
Okay.
JVC released a VCR cleaning kit where Wonder Dog shows up.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I want to see that.
That's so good.
As the world's #1 Wonder Dog fan, by default, through no choice of my own.
You just are.
I have to see this.
Born into the seedy underworld of Wonder Dog.
The CD underworld.
Oh! Ah.
Yeah. I really do think this has potential as a speed game, though. There's enough health power-ups, and you're able to get up a decent speed. All you have to do is memorize the enemy spawns. Which may be a problem, because if you're listening, you're constantly hearing the sound of me hitting enemies off-screen. There's a lot of enemies in this game. The back of the box for the American version says over 400 enemies. And they don't mean like individual character designs or anything. They just mean they put over 400 enemies amongst this game's levels. And it's up to you to deal with them. And taken out of context, that sounds like a lot of enemies. And yeah, these levels are kind of packed with dudes, so you have to take it kind of slowly.
shit, that's Wonder Dog. That's a fucking Wonder Dog. In this video, it's Wonder Dog. He's cleaning your goddamn...
Oh, someone
PC
captured
out.
the video of it?
Yes!
Thank God. Okay, good.
Oh, I'm so... Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you, chat.
I'm gonna have to check that out later. That rules.
This
In
is-
related media cleaning news, there's an exclusive Sega-produced cleaning system for the Saturn, only released in Japan, and it shows video of Sonic and Tails cleaning your Sega Saturn while it does its work.
And doesn't Tails say "See Shining Power"?
Yep, it's Japanese, but they have English voices, and they say weird things like "shining power."
So happy Wonder Dog is just...
I'm glad he's in something else. That's
I'm
good.
so happy.
Thumbs up. Password, Led Zepp. Gotta teach the kids about the classics. And that concludes our time here on Earth.
What?
Obviously, we were going for the spaceship in the scrapyard, you see.
Oh! Makes perfect sense.
And now we gotta take off for the moon. Alright, and here's where I have to start paying attention, because there's a lot of bottomless pits in this area. Alex, tell everyone about Wonder Dog.
I am just so... Thank you again, Bob.
I'm already
This
learning a lot about
rules,
Wonder
actually.
Dog.
Just, yeah, we're learning... I feel like every stream I know more from y'all than... Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I do this. Like, what's this shit? I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, dang, it is... Sorry, folks. I'm hearing sound on my end, but... I guess...
Maybe it needs to be turned up.
Yeah, let me try turning it up. Getting it over here.
God, I really like this redesigned control scheme.
Yeah, well, let me know if y'all can hear the sound again. That's...
Yeah, do let us know.
odd,
There should
yeah.
be sound.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's nice about the shot and run being on the same button is you can just kind of feather the button. You can kind of just tap it and run at the same time as you throw a whole bunch of stars in front of you. Very convenient. Now, initially, I thought that it was...
Sorry, folks.
Is it playing?
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
the music in the cutscene, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought, yeah.
That's right. You would expect there to be sound or music in the
There
cutscenes,
aren't
but
any.
there aren't any in this game. They kind of ran out of time, I guess. Should also note there's different jump physics in this level, and the music is doing its damn best to try and rip off the DuckTales moon theme.
It is.
It sounds quite a lot like it. Speaking of DuckTales, Disney Afternoon Collection, now available for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. You can play DuckTales on modern consoles again.
It's good.
It's good.
Oh, good. They posted, Hokuto no Shock posted the Shining Power Tales video.
Oh, good.
Thank you,
Yeah, that's
thank
out there too.
God, I love those.
See? Shining Power. Also, if you listen closely, there's a constantly repeated "do" sound effect that a lot of the larger enemies use.
Yeah,
when you hit
I
'em.
heard that.
It is legit ripped from The Simpsons. It is Homer Simpson's "do." They just pitch shifted it to make it a little bit different. Just another thing that makes Wonder Dog a little bit more interesting.
I heard it.
Yeah, dope. No, I need health. Come on. Of course, memorizing the health pickup locations would be key to an actual speedrun. I don't know why I'm giving hints for an actual speedrun while I refuse to do an actual speedrun.
Someone please speedrun this game who isn't us.
Maybe I just don't feel like I'm worthy. It feels like Wonder Dog is waiting for someone better to do an actual speedrun of his game. I'd say it's worth it. It's a little bit lesser known than your Marios, your Sonics.
You went in to pull the Excalibur out of the Wonder Dog rock, and you couldn't do it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna linger around and tell other people how to do it.
You gotta use both hands.
You just hold on to the hilt and you pull it out. Oh, I mean, I could never. No. I have merely spent most of my life playing Wonder Dog. I'm by no means an expert. So yeah, as you might imagine, having only Wonder Dog to play is kind of a bummer. Luckily, the Sega CD did come with a whole bunch of games packed in. It came with Sherlock Holmes, which I was almost instantly bored with. It came with Soul Feast, a Wolf Team shoot-'em-up, which was okay, but way too hard. And it also came with the Sega Classics pack, which had Golden Axe, Columns, Revenge of Shinobi, and Streets of Rage. So yeah, that's a whole bunch of games I could have been playing instead of Wonder Dog, and I did. In fact, I'd never owned Revenge of Shinobi before, so that was pretty much my Sega CD killer app once I got it. I was like, Wonder Dog, that's okay. Revenge of Shinobi, holy shit. This game kicks ass.
But does it really kick more ass than fucking Wonder Dog, dude?
Yes.
Okay.
By a large, yeah, it's considerably. We're talking Yuzo Koshiro versus the Chuck Rock guys. I mean, come on.
Your hatred of Chuck Rock will get us...
You've played Chuck Rock, right? It's nothing special. It's just you're a caveman, you can bump stuff with your gut, or you can kick, I guess. It's nothing great. The thing was, Chuck Rock came out on every single platform, so Chuck Rock awareness was at an all-time high. Even if people didn't necessarily care for the game itself.
The Chuck Rock brand was just astronomically hot in the 90s.
It was! There was a sequel, Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck, where you play as the baby. Baby Chuck. And then there was, of course, the third game in the series, BC Racers, which of course was a kart racer. Because that's what you do. You make a couple of shitty platformers, then a kart racer, and then the series is over. Because it's the 90s.
The wing power-up refreshes your, it's like a health power-up.
Right, yeah, you get 3 hits before you die, and your life meter is determined by the picture of Wonder Dog there at the bottom of the screen. It's another boss you can mash on.
Completely with you, Battle Hork.
Looks like that guy was out of time. Okay, go on.
No! Not after that!
No, save me. Don't let me linger on that.
Look. Charles Ross was no PC Genjin. There he goes.
What was with all the caveman games back then? There was Bonk, there was Chuck Rock, caveman games. I assume there are others. I just can't think of them.
Trog?
Trog, yes. Classic caveman game. Classic jumping into pit at the beginning of the level.
Would you call Toki a caveman game?
He's a transformed caveman, so I guess he still counts, but only just. He gets by on a technicality.
Amagon, absolutely a caveman game.
I disagree.
Oh, absolutely. Oh.
You're gonna have to read my thesis on that one.
Joe and Mac.
Joe and Mac, classic caveman.
Yeah.
Caveman Ninja is what they were called in the arcades. Oh, I'm not doing so well here. I need some health. Also, if you look in the background, one of the faces looks exactly like Principal Skinner from The Simpsons, I swear to God.
Oh God, I see it.
See him on the second row on the left?
Yeah.
Looks just like him. We're getting pretty close to the end here. I'd say we're about 60% done with the game. Shit. We're good. We're good. It's still good.
God, I love being the shit show pals.
Hey, the game hasn't glitched anymore since the start.
Oh God.
I know I'm throwing caution to the wind by just mentioning it.
Oh God, BC's Quest for Tires, yes.
Yeah, man, even way back in the ColecoVision era, people wanted games with cavemen. What was the deal?
Love cavemen.
Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer, caveman sitcom based on those insurance commercials.
You mean the cavemen?
Yes. I'm digging real deep back into 90s history.
Who are also cavemen.
That's right. It all started with the Flintstones.
And then that 1930s cartoon series that the Flintstones ended up being based off of by Fleischer, which was also about Stone Age people. So.
Was the Flintstones stolen from the Flashers? That sounds
No, it wasn't stolen. It was by the same person who developed the Flintstones. Also did a series of caveman animated shorts for Fleischer. So no, not stolen. It was his idea. It's killing me. I can't remember what it was called. Give me a second. Let's go to Google. Fleischer Caveman. No Geico!
No Geico.
No Geico.
Minus Geico. Shit! Damn it! Ass! It's okay. We're good. The speedrun's dead, but everything's okay. I think the rules are as long as it's a 1cc, it's still a valid speedrun. Just think of this as a time you can improve on. You, and by you I mean literally anyone. Literally anyone can play this game better than me.
Yeah, here's I'm gonna post this in chat, but here's an article about Dan Gordon. He was the guy who was behind the Flintstones. Well, not really. He was the guy who helped develop the Flintstones and also did that caveman cartoon called Stone Age, was what it was called.
I don't like this. I'm too low on life here. This ain't looking good for old Wonder Dog. Okay.
There you go.
Now I just have to not fall in the pit. If there's one criticism I have with this game is that as you progress, there's a whole lot more blind jumps in this game. Mostly in this level. There we go.
Oh, gosh.
I hate this boss, by the way.
Oh, this boss sucks.
He shoots out confetti. Every single little bit of it can hurt you.
Most dude.
Got him.
Yes!
Okay.
Good job.
First try on that boss. I'm happy with that. Pretty sure after this we head to the last world, so we won't be seeing much more of Wonder Dog. Unfortunately. I can't believe the underdog story of Wonder Dog coming from behind to lead this week's poll.
We all love Wonder Dog.
We all want him to succeed. Even if he is just a shill for Victor Entertainment. You know, I bet these days, Wonder Dog, they just put him in charge of flagging copyrighted videos. That's probably his job at Victor now.
That's exactly what he's doing. He is scouring YouTube as we speak.
Are you trying to upload the intro from Funky Horror Band? Banned. Your account has been stricken from YouTube. Wonder Dog needs some health. Alright, we're back in business.
That's good.
Yeah, in reflection, this game's mechanics are actually pretty sophisticated for a mascot platformer of its time. These stars have a sort of physics to them. They bounce around the screen. The thing is, you can only have 3 on screen at once, so if they start bouncing around, you can't really shoot anymore until they disappear. Just another thing to consider. Now, experts would just breeze right through this part. I'm taking it slow to show you more of the level layout. That's why. I guess in a way it's kind of unfortunate this was only on Sega CD, because this would have been more successful as a Genesis game, I think. Wonder Dog could have gone toe-to-toe with Bubsy. He could have taken him out, I think.
Are we talking street fight? Wrestling?
Yeah, who would you put money on? Just an MMA-styled brawl between Bubsy and Wonder Dog.
Well, okay. MMA-style brawl, I would say that Wonder Dog definitely has like the weight advantage, and like he's much more muscular and he's bigger than Bubsy. But
I also didn't consider Bubsy as a bobcat. That is a wild cat.
Mm-hmm. He does
claws.
have, like, you know, fangs, claws, and etc. But also, it also depends. If this is like a standard MMA, I mean, Bubsy's going to be wearing, you know, a mouth guard and gloves, so he's not going to have that advantage. Now, if we're talking just straight up, like, you know, you, me behind a dumpster at Applebee's, you fucked me over for the last time, Wonder Dog Jeff. I have to fight you. Then I give Bubsy the advantage. But in a strict MMA,
you get a few margaritas in Bubsy, and he just loses it. Don't ever call him a second-rate mascot. He is first-rate, right up there with Mario.
Oh God, do not.
He'll grab you by the throat and say, "The underwater scenes in Bubsy 3D reminded people of Mario 64." He'll never let you forget it.
Bubsy is on his third shark bite at Joe's Crab Shack, and he sees Awesome Possum walking in the door, and he is like,
he's like, "Oh no, oh hell no.
Not today." Oh yeah, Smeb says Bubsy's a glass jaw, go down in seconds.
Yeah, he's all talk. That's one
actually
theory.
That's the other thing too, yeah. I think Bubsy would definitely fight dirty, and I think that Wonder Dog would just have like the general opinion. What kind of junk do they want you to make here?
It's obscene is what it is. Look at this shit.
Fuck.
There we go. Oh, now I have to do it again, no problem.
Oh my god, Danny, that sucked.
Yeah, this game starts to get a little rough around Planet Weird.
Rough.
Yeah. Get it? What could possibly
Dogs!
go wrong? Dogs. Oh yeah, there isn't much dog discussion going on for this dog game. Sorry to disappoint you if that's what you were expecting, but I'm pretty hardcore about Wonder Dog.
Yeah.
Something so ridiculous I started laughing halfway through saying it. It's true though.
We love Wonder Dog.
I've made my peace with Wonder Dog.
Yeah, we've come to terms with Wonder Dog.
It's no Chuck Rock. It's no Tomb Raider either, but what can you do? I looked it up, and a lot of this game's art team and production team actually did go on to work on Tomb Raider. Not the design people, unfortunately. I think they left in frustration before the Tomb Raider thing happened. Because before Tomb Raider, man, Core was kind of sucking.
Yeah.
They made a really terrible Incredible Hulk game for the Sega Saturn that I recommend checking out if you haven't seen it. It's really awful looking. But that's the nature of this business. One day you're making a mascot for a Japanese company, a Japanese hardware manufacturer, no less, and the next day you're making Lara Croft.
That's the dream, baby.
That's the dream. From dog mascots to Lara Croft. Pretty sure this is a bottomless pit, by the way.
Oh gosh, Hurdy Gurdy by Core. People are, Princess Rescuer in chat talking about Core's Hurdy Gurdy.
Wow, that's a name I have not heard in years. That was a PS2 game, right? I think it was.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Actually, I think that was post Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness, which is a hell of a thing. Core design going back to the old mascots after Tomb Raider starts sucking.
Go to what you know.
Yep.
Alright, here you go.
Nice free hit by the boss. That's cool. That's fair. Play this kind of safe because I'm low on life. Shit. Oh my god, die. Yes. Miracles can happen. You saw it live on stream. Pixies. Another of this company's favorite bands, right next to the Led Zeppelin.
The Red Zeppelin?
The Red Zeppelin.
So is this final level?
This is... Oh, no, wait. This is the Boss Rush planet. Shit. Okay, this is fun. Actually, I think these bosses can all be just mashed, if I remember right. Alright.
These bosses look messed up.
This one doesn't look like it can be mashed. And yeah, the character design in this game, I actually kind of like it. It's
interesting.
It's sort of Amiga-ish, if that makes any sense, but kind of reined in. It's more consistent. Oh, this boss sucks. Let's see if we can make this a little bit less horrible than it can be.
Is that like a stomach?
I think so.
Or face?
I don't know what it is. It's a slowdown producing machine. That's right, I forgot this guy can be mashed too. Okay, future speedrunners, use this strat. Wait, what am I hitting here?
What are you doing? I think you're supposed to hit that guy.
Oh, right. There we go. This is the strat. Can this guy be mashed? Yes, he can. Good. Alright, Smoke Planet, no problem. Just mash. That's my strat. Mash, mash, and mash. Password for the final level is Whoopee. And we're coming up on the final difference between the US and Japanese versions here. In the US one, this is called Planet K9. The JVC decided that was too on the nose, I guess, so it's K9 is here. And this is where the game just pretty much starts throwing enemies at you every couple of steps, so you gotta be pretty careful. Also, dough. It was a different time, alright? You could just lift sound files from The Simpsons and nobody would say boo.
Like, the thing is, I'd understand if you were like, I don't know, doing like a click-and-play game and doing that, or like, you know...
Yeah, this is a professionally made, produced game. You should maybe have higher standards, I guess. Points items, I love them. Look at that, I have over 1 million points. That score is going to disappear the instant I finish the game.
Yes, but think of the
children.
Value.
Value. Think of the value children. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm looking for that item that reveals all the hidden platforms. Because, like a professional speedrunner, I've forgotten where it is. That's why you, the children speedrunners, you are our future. You can right the wrongs of the past. You can make a Wonder Dog speedrun.
Please.
That would embarrass everyone at Core Design. Just really stick it to him.
Danny.
I don't know.
These sad war dogs.
These people made a lot of games, okay? You can cut them some slack. The year Chuck Rock came out, those people probably made like 10 or 20 games for the Sega CD. There were a lot of core games for the Sega CD. Oh, damn it. I bet it's over there. There it is. Alright, so we're pretty much clear for the rest of the game. There's a lot of tricky parts in the next couple levels that you can just avoid entirely if you know where these platforms are. This is pretty tough. You have to get a running start here. And like in Mario, yeah, you have to duck under places.
That sucks.
It's
Sorry,
pretty
that
tough.
jump looked like a piece of... Ugh.
It's a piece of doggy-doo.
Enjoy your points, sweetie.
Made a blind leap of faith for points. Alright, it's very good if you can kill those guys before they start bombing you. Also gonna start playing a little bit more carefully here. Don't want to screw up the 1cc right at the end. Losing all 8 lives in a row would be pretty demoralizing. But very possible for this game. Do not underestimate Wonder Dog. Oh, having invincibility for the boss is nice.
Oh my god, Danny.
That's cool.
That was really good.
Alright, that's how you do that kill. I just invented that. Grab the invincibility and take it to the boss. I'm just having to balance the fact that I'm completely incompetent at this game with the fact that, by default, I do know everything about this game that most people don't. I'm not an expert. I'm merely better than everybody else. At Wonder Dog.
Not an expert, I'm just the greatest guy on Earth. Deal with it.
I'm just great, and you should look up to me for my Wonder Dog skills.
We will be going back to A Dog's Life, folks. This is.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, we will absolutely be going to
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a playthrough on my own, and then I'm just gonna find the best way to show it off, so we don't waste much time playing it. There is so much good stuff in that game. That's what Wonder Dog's missing, the ability to lay out a turd and then pick it up with your mouth. Literally something you can do in A Dog's Life if you didn't catch that stream.
Oh my gosh, you're just cheating now.
Well, you call it cheating, I call it optimum routing.
This guy fucking sucks.
Yeah. That guy is not part of the optimal route. He's not invited. Oh, bonus stage. Bonus stages are also not optimal routing for what it's worth. Even worse, this is probably the toughest one. I may not get this. Come on, Wonder Dog, you gotta impress your anime girlfriend.
Wait, he has an anime girlfriend now?
Yeah, she's at the end of the bonus stages.
Oh yeah, her! Okay. Well...
Shit.
She's broken up with you.
Anime girlfriend? Oh. Bye, anime girlfriend. I do like the fact that she has a helmet in the space stages. That's a nice little detail. And I've died. I didn't hit a checkpoint either.
Oh my god. Is Wonder Dog now cursed too?
This is something like a 2-minute loss on the splits, if I had any splits.
I'm just genuinely enjoying watching this dog go.
He can really go if he gets up ahead of steam. You just gotta be very careful. Also, why did the dog planet have to be invaded by other dogs? Couldn't it have been cats?
You know, that
Space aliens? Anything?
You say that, but how often do you and I complain about fucking dog movies where it's just like, oh, a cat villain, la-di-da? You know,
That's
at least
true.
they're trying something here.
They
These
may have thought it was too
frazzled,
cliche.
Yeah, these frazzled war dogs.
You gotta be inventive within the dog genre.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, we're ripping off Mr. Gimmick, but it's for a good cause.
All I'm saying is I really expect to start seeing some Wonder Dog fursuits soon.
If not speedruns, we'll settle for fursuits.
Mm-hmm. Fursuits, fan art, just... Please, let's all...
Show your love for Wonder Dog. Show your creativity.
Show your love for the Wonder Dog brand going into 2017, 2018.
Wonder Dog will show us what's right. Gotta take this slow still. Oh shit. Okay, now we're good.
You're good.
Can I mash on this guy? Yep. If you can mash, then mash. That's my philosophy.
Oh god!
Got him.
Nice.
I forgot he had that second phase, so good for me. This here is really the last level. Zone 4 is just a boss fight. I'm gonna pretend like that was an intentional death. can tell this is where the developers hate you, because they just start throwing spikes everywhere.
Oh, I hate that.
It's like, nope, you're not finishing this game. Hope you mastered the controls, jackass. That's what they said. Points, good. I don't even think they give you extends, 1-ups for getting different point values either, so it is entirely pointless. Okay, good. Do not fuck it up, Wonder Dog. Over 400 enemies. Can you tell? I also think this game is quite a bit easier than a lot of the other platformers people tend to run. It's easier than Bubsy, I'll tell you that. A lot of people run Bubsy. I don't know why. There's so many different...
Why would you run Bubsy?
There's so many different animal platformers you could be playing instead.
Oh, God.
Don't play Bubsy.
Yeah.
That's just what he wants.
And
You're giving him what he wants.
And he's gonna get mad, and you're gonna be at Fridays.
He's gonna get drunk, and he's gonna demand that you play Bubsy 3D because it's not as bad as everyone says it is. It's just a conspiracy against him, and blah blah blah.
Oh God!
And then it's 5 in the morning, and he won't go home.
And you're like, do you want to just fall asleep on the couch? And he's like, no, he's wide awake. He's wide awake, and you're...
Actually, I was looking for a place to live. Looks like, I mean, I could just stay on the couch here. I don't have much. In fact, I don't have anything.
God.
I can move in right now, just the fur on my back. Oh shit, no!
Damn it!
That's a real bad place to die. That was right before the boss.
Well, now we have to... Chad is talking... I haven't mentioned it, but I've seen once or twice FMV Dog and a few others talk about which of the platform mascots you can kiss. And while we here at the Adventure Pals, we support your ability to kiss any mascot, I will also say that...
Bubsy is not a good lover. I'll just put that out there. He's not kind or considerate. He's very selfish. Wonder Dog, on the other hand, I actually don't know. Nobody draws fan art of Wonder Dog, so I don't know what his deal is. I'm sort of ruining Alex by thinking about what a relationship with Bubsy would be like. It's not something you want to do.
Fuck, damn it!
Can I? Yes, good. It's this guy again, but that's okay. Pretty sure you hit a checkpoint at each boss, so even if I die here, we should still be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Really? No. That can't be. That can't be. That can't be. Okay, I'm gonna take a death here. It spawned me in the wrong place after I hit the checkpoint, so...
That sucks.
It did it again. Has anyone ever died at this boss before? Because...
You know what's going on? Bubsy heard what you were saying.
Bubsy heard what I was saying and he hacked the game. He hacked the Mega CD.
Chat's saying that Drinking Games is asking how it feels to know that you once dated Bubsy. It's fine. Danny's his own man.
I had made my peace until this happened. Now I'm just upset.
So this was the glitchiest run-through I think we've ever had.
This is what is generally referred to as a softlock. Wow, that has never happened to me before. Good job, Wonder Dog.
This is amazing.
We have captured many things that have been undocumented in the world of Wonder Dog.
Do I stop the...
Go ahead and stop the timer. This run is dead. Wow. Wow.
Amazing, folks.